Eastern Conference preview. Western Conference, obviously, tomorrow. We have no lines, no series prices yet. The 1-8 matchup, Toronto against Washington. What a disaster for the Wizards down the stretch. Remember when all that talk about they were better when Wall got hurt? Bunch of bunk. Lowry and DeRozan well rested now. Great graphic to start here with the minutes per game as they've gone down big time the last couple of years. They have a great bench. They have depth. They have a sneaky good lineup when they go small with Van Vliet and Ibaka that they haven't used a lot, which I know Casey has sit on. So playoff tested, the 1 seed with depth and rest is supposed to be a team I fear. What do you think of this matchup here? Toronto is plus $1.20 at William Hill to win the East.
Yeah, I'm not in any rush to be betting the Raptors at that price, despite the fact that this is the best Toronto team that we've seen in recent years.
Yep.
Despite the fact that they come into the postseason, and you showed that graphic, with Lowry, a good 5 minutes per game less this year than last year. DeRozan's number of minutes per game also significantly down from a season ago. So all the things point toward, this is a 59-win team, a number 1 seed in the East. You're supposed to say, we trust this squad. The quote from DeRozan, quote, "We didn't get 59 wins for no reason. The hunger, the push, the pain of the grind all season, the failures from the previous years, kind of carrying that over. It definitely feels different." The Raptors are saying this year feels different. They better hope so, because when you look at this graphic, there's no way you'll be laying points with Toronto in this series. Look at the numbers. Dwayne Casey and the Raptors in the postseason. They've been each of the last 4 years. The best postseason against the spread was 35% ATS. They have 6 straight-up losses at home in the first home game of a series in 7 series. 5 of those came as chalk. 12, 27, and 2 ATS in the playoffs under Casey. That, sir, is a track record of not just failure, abject failure. How much of that is buy? I mean, is there going to be anti-Toronto bias in the markets because of that? Is this year's team different? The markets, I don't think they think so just yet, Pauly. I really don't.
Yeah. I think it's a different team with a great bench. And 2 years ago, it was a good season, successful season. They went to the conference finals. They lost in 6, but all those Cleveland wins were blowouts. Last year was a debacle, a total abomination. They were swept, and they were never in any of those games against Cleveland. Now you wonder with Washington, with the chemistry, if these guys can't stand each other. You get a fresh John Wall, but the team never got back in sync when he came back. They swept Toronto in 2015. That's when Toronto gave up on that series after Washington won the first 2 on the road. They got large contracts. I thought it was a bright future, and they blew it last year. Let's be honest. They were better than the Celtics. They should have won that series. Kelly Olynyk went crazy in Game 7. So instead of going to the conference finals, they get beat. And now here they are. It's a terrible season if they're an 8 seed. Underachieved big time.
Sure. And again, since the All-Star break, this is a Wizards team that's 10-15 straight up, 10-14-1 against the spread. Money losers, period. And you look at the back half of the campaign, I didn't like the way they came together or didn't come together once John Wall came back. It kind of felt like these guys were sick of one another. And Washington, like Toronto last year, is a legit 1-2-3 Cancun threat. I don't know the Wizards are going to bring it here. But one thing the Wizards have done, even though they've only won 10 games since the All-Star break, 9 of those 10 wins came against playoff teams. They've been beating good teams, capable of beating good teams throughout this stretch. The Celtics twice, the Pacers, the Spurs, the Pelicans, Miami, Milwaukee, Philly, Cleveland. These are straight up wins for Washington. Their A game's good enough to hang with anyone. We haven't seen a whole lot of that A game, unfortunately, over the back half of the campaign. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.